The Truma water heater room heating system is a common unit amongst manufacturers. For its operation, depress in on the central black button and you'll see a clock display come up. Currently we're plugged in onto the mains, so you'll see this symbol occur here. Press on the dial again and you'll see a selection of characters come across the top, and you'll see that this one, the thermostat inside a vehicle, is showing flashing. Press on that one and you have the option of setting your temperature control up to a maximum of 30 degrees centigrade. Whilst it's trying to attain that temperature, this top symbol up here will also flash as well. Once it becomes solid, then it's an indication that it's reached that threshold. It's a similar story with the water heating system. So we go on to that thermostat symbol that's showing in the water ripples. Depress on that one and you have a choice of water heating settings. It can be put into an eco mode, which is about approximately 40 degrees centigrade, or it can be put into a hot mode, 60 degrees perhaps if you were taking a shower. You have the option of boosting the temperature periodically if that's required. Again, when you select that, you'll notice that the hot symbol on the top line starts to flash, indicating that the water hasn't reached that temperature setting as yet. Once that becomes solid, then you're there. You have a choice of utilities that you can access on this. This is the gas version, so the first one that will come up will be on there. If you're operating it on diesel, then it will use the word fuel instead. If you select on gas, then you're operating purely on a gas system, a 12-volt igniter, a 12-volt circulation fan, perhaps if the heating is being used, but otherwise it's a pure gas setup. You can change that setting to an electrical setup. Single spark at the top indicates that you're using a 900-watt electric element. Twin spark indicates that you're using approximately an 1800-watt electric element. That's going to be subject to the amount of amperage that's available for you to use on a campsite. There is a mix mode as well, where you can choose to use a combination of gas and electric, either on the lower electric setting or on the higher electric setting. It won't make the vehicle get any hotter, but it will obviously improve the performance and the rate that the vehicle gets warmer. There's a circulation fan. It's normally set in the eco mode, but again, if it's a cold day, you can increase it to a high mode and it will intensify the air circulation within the van. If we turn off the water heating and we turn off the room heating system, then you can come back over to the fan symbol on its own and you can actually use it just as a pure recirculation fan. It's not air conditioning, but it may be in conjunction with the roof lights or the windows being open. It'll improve the air circulation around the vehicle. You can speed control it by turning the dial up and down, and then switch it back off by turning it off. Clock setting, simple and straightforward. Access it, set it to the day, time, modes, and that's your clock set. If you use that setting, then you can also then set up a rudimentary timer. So tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning and going off at 8 o'clock at night, you can have your room heating system set up so that it cuts in at 18 degrees and your water heater coming in on its electric mode and the fan running in that setup, and then select on and you'll see that symbol then. So all the time that it's within that time frame against the clock, you will have it operating in those modes. If you want to deselect it, just turn it off and you'll see that the symbols all disappear. Settings mode enables you to set up temperatures, the brightness of the control panel. You can also do resets on the panel as well. If you're not using the system, then press and hold in on this one and you'll see an off word appear and it will system shut down. If there are any faults with the system, perhaps because the gas isn't switched on or the electric's not operational, you'll quite often see a triangle and a fault code. Follow your instruction manuals for that fault code to diagnose and perhaps clear the fault. We'll just turn it off now.